Hello, it's me again. The purpose of this video is to speak about rape situations and to speak up, speak out, and let people know that rape is never acceptable. You may find that a group of people that believe that it's acceptable. You may feel like you're surrounded by so many different people opposing you that you cannot really get the help that you need. You may not even get the help from local law enforcement or whatever the case may be, but still write this report, write the incident down, write the report, contact the FBI, contact the CIA, um, contact several different people to get a resolution for yourself. I can tell you personally, I went through personally in my community where I was experiencing a rape issue, and I went to go get a rape kit at the hospital. And when I went to the hospital to get a rape kit, the police was there. The police took my police report, and I get a call from victim services from a private number saying, "We're not doing a rape kit on you at all." And I was upset. I was like, "What do you mean you're not doing a rape kit on me? This is your job. This is your responsibility. Why wouldn't you do a rape kit for me?" And I sat at that hospital for a little while because the hospital originally told me that they were going to transport me to another hospital to get a rape kit. The rape kit was never done. Um, Pretty much the police report is documented and in there. I called also internal affairs to the police station in the area to let them know I received the phone call from victim services or whatever. The next day, I received a call from a person alleging they're from victim services or whatever, claiming that they're checking on me. You're not checking on me after you just denied me a rape kit, and I was not able to bring justice about through what had happened to me. Sometimes in our areas, certain things are going on in our areas, and you may not even be sexually active, but you end up in a situation where you're raped and victimized. And someone has to advocate for this. Someone has to speak out on it and say, "Hey, this is not what should be happening, but at the same time, this is what has happened." Don't allow people to get away with the injustice that they do. Speak out on it. Take officers' names, their badge numbers, the date and the time of the incident. I assure you, you may not even be able to catch your victim that day, but maybe later, because a lot of this stuff is connected. Sometimes the police officer are connected to certain groups or criminal organizations or people that are doing criminal things and hurtful things to innocent people that don't deserve it. And it's hard to get justice because these people are in high positions. Biblically, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spirits and principalities in high places. And a lot of these people are in high places, and it is hard to get justice served for the abuse that happened to you and for the things that happened to you. And you may look at it and you're like, "How did I get targeted? I did nothing wrong." You are correct. You did not do anything wrong. But at the same time, things happen. And trust me, that targeting is not an unintentional or random targeting. I learned the hard way that every incident that happened was actually planned out somewhat to the T to do you harm or whatever the case may be. Don't be scared to speak out. Don't be scared to voice. Tell your mother, tell your dad. If they won't listen, and sometimes that is the case, they don't listen. Other things are going on. Um, they're going through psychological distress or mental distress. They're going through stress from bills, work, and everything else. So it's kind of hard for you to release to them or tell them, look, someone touched me inappropriately and I didn't like it. So the best thing to do in situations like this is to, still verbalize to them. If they can't do anything, find your teacher at school. If your teacher at school is not the type of person to deal with this, find an officer, find your pastor at church. If you don't go to church, t- just find someone that you can get a police report. Even, I'll give you a perfect example. Sometimes these incidents happen for years. So you may not can get a police to write a police report, but on every police website, pretty much here in the state of Florida, you can write your own report. So look for, if you, or not even just in the state of Florida, but anywhere in the United States, look for a method to do self reporting and say, my uncle, my brother, my so and so, or the guy down the street, the store guy, or whoever it is that has raped you or done something to you, you can verbalize that. And if you don't know, I mean, you may go through an incident where you're sleeping and you're feeling yourself being raped, but you cannot wake up from out that sleep, from being raped. Still, write that report. You're not the first person to experience that. You're not the first person to go through that. I mean, there's sometimes epidemics happening in the community, and because no one is voicing their opinions and documenting the incident, it is not getting resolved. It's like one incident or whatever over a million. Remember, you are not crazy. There is nothing crazy about voicing abuse or voicing what happened to you. You may wake up and find someone raping you or whatever the case may be, and for some weird reason, you fall back out and you don't know what to do, but you know that this incident happened. Do not stay quiet about it. Vocalize it, verbalize it, get some help, get some assistance, get somebody active in this that has authority, because although there are people in high places, there are other people in those same high places fighting against this type of stuff happening to you. And I know that in situations like this, they will isolate you so that they're listening to the abuse that's happening to you but refuse to do anything about that type of abuse. So it's like you're speaking to them about what they're doing to you. So I always say this, just remember to get it out. Remember to write a police report. When you write the police report, keep a copy of that police report. Keep a copy of that document. Just to say, I did it. I wrote, I notified you all and you did nothing, or whatever the case may be, for your safety. Sometimes these incidents are habitualized. You don't have to really write every time it happens, but once a month, look, this has been happening daily, or whatever the case may be, or once every 2 weeks, whatever you have to do to get the help that you need. But do not let it progress. Do not let it become habitual. Do not let this type of stuff happen to you where you are victimized for no reason at all, because of someone else's negligence or refusal to tend to their job or do their due diligence. That definitely needs to happen. So remember that you have to get it out. You have to document the incident. You have to do something. Even if your sheriff department won't do nothing, you can go to your state attorney's office. You can go different places and report that the sheriff's department, the victim services, or whoever there in that community does not care to do their job anymore, or does not care to help with incidents that are taking place, because I know that that happens. And I know at those times you feel alone, but you are not alone. It's a group of us that's out here fighting against this injustice and abuse to women and children and men. So don't just think that this message is just for women, it's for men too.